I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up.
I posted a post on Facebook earlier today, and I just had to make a video version of it. It was such a powerful post. And in the post, I'm explaining how there's no such thing of old people. This is so powerful. There's no such thing of old people. Like when you see people, and like we call these people old when they're fucking all wrinkly and shit. They look like fucking raisins and prunes and shit. And you know, they might be hunched over with the hunchback and, you know, posture all fucked up. They can't stand up straight. You know, they might be, you know, walking with a walker, or they might be in a wheelchair. I don't know, they might have oxygen with them. You know, they might have a cane, fucking moving real slow. You know, they maybe can't drive no more. They, you know, maybe had surgeries. They're probably on drugs, probably several different drugs. You know, all their fucking hair is gray. Their hair may have fallen out completely. They might be back in diapers. You know, fucking arthritis, got all kind of pains in their body. You know, they got back pain and neck pain and shoulder pain and fucking knees fucked up, hips fucked up, back fucked up. And when we look at these people, we see these people, we say they're old. These people are not old. What you're seeing when you're looking at a so-called old person is someone who's been poisoning their bodies their entire lives. What you're not seeing an old person. There's no such thing of an old person. Time is not real. So how can you age? You can't age if time is not real. Time is man-made. It's impossible to be old. How can you be old when time doesn't exist? These people are not old. These people have been eating themselves sick, and they're eating themselves to death because they don't eat food. Everything they eat is poisonous to their bodies. Everything they're eating is fake. It's artificial. They're having all these issues in their body because they choose to eat animals instead of fruit. They're having all of these issues in their body because they choose to eat what was made in a laboratory or in a factory instead of eating what was made in nature. These people are having all of these issues in their body because they're choosing to eat what man made instead of eating what God made. These people are not eating food. That's why they look the way they do. That's why they look all frail and decrepit and can't fucking stand up straight. And, you know, their back is fucked up and their knees is fucked up and their hips fucked up and their joints are fucked up. Vision is fucked up. The hearing is fucked up. They don't have no hair no more. Fucking shitting and pissing on themselves, and they gotta wear diapers. And on. They on all these fucking drugs just so they can get through the day and, you know, suppress the symptoms and minimize the pain and just function like a normal human being. This has nothing to do with aging. Again, there can't be a such thing of aging if time is not real. This is 100% due to these people poisoning their bodies their entire lives. These people have probably never eaten food, like just food, for one day in their lives. That's why they look the way they do. That's why their skin is all fucked up and all just wrinkly, and they're looking like raisins and prunes and shit. It's self-sabotage. It's self-harm. It's self-destruction. All of this is diet related, 100%, because their diet consists of artificial colors and artificial flavors and artificial preservatives and artificial flavor enhancers and aborted fetus cells and MSG and cornstarch and flour and high fructose corn syrup and sucralose and sugar and salt and fucking cow's milk, and they're eating off of corpses, and they're eating 40, 50, 100 plus different things at one time, and they're eating chemicals, they're eating toxins, they're eating addictive substances. None of what they're eating is food. None of it. It don't matter if it's homemade or whatever. Like people, especially like old school people, you know, they think that real food is homemade. No. Real food is not homemade. That shit is not food either. That shit is poisonous too. People eating the rotten flesh off of the corpses of dead animals, and they call that soul food. That's soul food if you're a goddamn demon. These people are not eating food. Their diets are making them sick. Their diets are stealing their independence. Their diets are stealing their freedom. Their diets are stealing their mobility. Their diets are destroying their health. And their diets are killing them. These people are not old. What you're seeing is people that have been poisoning themselves their entire lives. That's what all of that, when you look and you equate that with old age, that's what it really is. It's years, it's decades of bodily poisoning. So when you see people like, you know, I hear this stupid ass shit a lot where people talk about, I've been eating like this for X amount of years and I'm in excellent health. Like, motherfucker, you don't even have no hair. You're fucking wearing glasses. You have to put on deodorant every fucking day. Your fucking breath stink. You stink. You got arthritis. You got bad knees. You're on drugs. Like, somebody just sent me a fucking something in my DMs of some woman that's 122 years old, and she's been smoking cigarettes, drinking wine, and eating chocolate every day. And she looks like shit. See, when you understand, when you know the truth, it looks different. I don't know why this dude sent it to me. I don't even know who this person was. But in my mind, they're sending it to me to say, like, see, they don't eat fruit. They fucking smoke cigarettes. They drink wine. They eat chocolate. She's 122. That don't mean shit. You know, people say these things and they never talk about the quality of the person's life. How many drugs is she on? How often is she going to the hospital? How many surgeries has she had? Can she run? Is she walking without a walker? Like, what does her posture look like? I don't give a fuck how long you live. Like, I see the evidence of poisoning, bodily poisoning all over her face. And I would probably see more, like, if I could see her walk. If I could just see what a day looks like for her. People always leave these things out. And so my response was, she looks horrible. Imagine if she wasn't poisoning her body every day. If you live to 122 poisoning your body like that, imagine if you didn't poison your body. Imagine if you only ate what you're supposed to eat. Fruit. People be impressed by this shit because they don't know the truth. First of all, we're not supposed to age, right? Because there's no such thing as time. We're not even supposed to die. First of all, we're not supposed to get sick either. First of all. Second of all, There's people that live fucking 900 years. 800, 700, 600, 500 years. Having babies at 400 years old. Quote, quote. Living to 122 is not impressive to me. It may be impressive to somebody that don't know any better. It may be impressive to somebody that don't know the truth. I look at people totally different now. I've been just looking at people like they're not old. They've been poisoning their bodies their entire lives. That's why they look like that. That's why they need that walker. That's why they're in a wheelchair. That's why it's taking them forever to cross the goddamn street. That's why they're driving 12 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. That's why they got hearing aids, thick ass glasses, don't remember shit. That's why their kids now have to take care of them because they fucking destroyed their health. Poisoning their body. It has nothing to do with old age because there's no such thing of old age. Again, if old age is real, then time has to be real. And it's not. So there can't be a such thing of old age.